Alrighty. Today this is for the people who are still doing some makeup work for assignment 1 in IST 300, our web analytics class. Let's take a look at what we have to do for this one. Alright, so this is our keyword research and page optimization assignment. So this is the things that we're expecting to be able to accomplish by the time we get this done. Demonstrate a basic understanding of search engine optimization, from some familiarity with industry standard SEO tools, basic keyword analysis, and page optimization and technical SEO techniques. So the first thing you have to do is come up with your product or service. All right. So mine, if you remember, is Adeo's Riverdale Pizzeria. This is my website. Okay, when you're doing this, I suggest you pick probably a smaller website to go with. That way there's going to be more opportunity for optimization. Where if I go to, apple.com, you can probably guess that their website is already very highly optimized. They pay people lots and lots of money in order to make sure that their website is just the best that they can be. It's probably done all in-house, I'm assuming. Anyways, so here's my website that I'm going to optimize. My green screen's a little messed up. Whatever. Right. So the first step is keyword research. Keyword research is an important first step in any SEO strategy. All right. So basically, what do we have to do? For the purpose of this assignment, you'll be analyzing the product or service you have chosen for the semester. All right. Can you start to guess what users might type into a search engine to find this product or service? So my product or service, again, is Adeo's Riverdale Pizzeria. So I didn't really give a space to write that down. All right, so my product or service. Brainstorming, task 1. So the first task. So when you're, if you're in your web analytics department of some company, and you're coming up with new keywords to use or new ways to optimize your website, the number one thing you're going to do, almost any task, all right, is you're going to brainstorm. You're going to come up with some ideas of, just throw things out. Some are good, some are bad, and then you just weed out the not as good ones, and then you edit and get a narrow focus until you get the best keywords possible. So, task 1, you're going to come out with as many keywords as you can think of. So, 20 terms or phrases. It could be one word. It could be 2 words. For some talking about a pizzeria, I'm going to put in like pizza. Let me put these in blue so it's a little bit easier to see. Like, pizza, pizza near me. Oops, I gotta spell it right. Mozzarella, hot pizza, things like that. You're just throwing out things out there. Give me like 20. If you want, probably even better, make sure you got 20, you could use a numbered list. Plus, it makes it a little more compact. So that's task 1. You're just throwing out ideas of different things that people might, if people were going to try to find your pizzeria or just finding a pizza near them or whatever it is, how could you get, what kind of things would people be searching for that hopefully, if they search for that, they find your website? There's the Google Suggest feature. You can try that. Let me see. This might help you a little bit. Google Suggest is like autocomplete. So if I go to Google, right, just go to plain old normal Google, and I type in, pizza, you can see pizza near me, pizza New York, pizza Bronx, New York. That is, these are some potential keywords that you could use. Some are going to be better than others. Now you're going to come up with 15 long tail keywords. Again, that's going to be the thing where if you go to Google, you type in pizza or pizza near me, pizza Bronx, New NY, that kind of stuff. This article over here gives you a good idea about how to use it, right? Pizza Bronx, NY, pizza near me. Again, I like to put mine on a numbered list. Whoops. That way I can keep track. And I like to make mine stand out. Put some nice blue text stand out from the background text over here. Oh, the first thing I should have done is go to file, like, make a copy, because you want to make your own copy, because you can't really write on mine. And you're going to do some analysis. So you got your 15 long tail keywords, and you're going to do some analysis. You can use Google AdWords Planner. Again, there's a workaround. There's a video for this if you want to use this. Or you can try the free version of Word Tracker. Free version of Word Tracker is not going to get blocked if you're on a DOE like laptop or a tablet. So that might be easier for you. You're going to get a little bit better results probably with the Google AdWords Tracker than you will with the free version of Word Tracker. But if you're just working for something quick and easy, and it's not gonna, you don't have to worry about workarounds and stuff like that, then you can try this one. I think we'll try this one today and see what kind of results we can get. All right, so I'm gonna open up this link over here. Put that. I'm gonna get that one ready. Then you're gonna use some suggested keywords to get started. Access the Google AdWords Keyword Planner tool. In order to access the tool, you will need a Gmail account. You'll need to sign up for Google AdWords. AdWords is Google's online advertising product, blah, blah, blah. All right. You don't have to pay for this. If you follow this article, it shows you how to do it. But there's also the video that I posted as well. So, again, you're going to get the best results with this, but if you can't get it to work, then try the Word Tracker one. So once you put in, let me see. Enter a few seed keywords that describe your product or service. So if I'm going to put in pizza, Bronx, NY. Try that. You get a bunch of different things. So these aren't going to be the best results, but it does give you a volume. I think if you do the paid one, it would give you like the how competitive it is. And in anchor and title, count of web pages on which the keyword appears in both the title tag and the text of a backlink. So this basically is how many different websites are using this in their title tag, you're supposed to have like one H1 tag per page, or in the actual title inside their metadata. So no one's using that. So this one's not the greatest. But you can see, if we type in, pizza near me, try that. Finding some keyword suggestions. Maybe. There you go, pizza near me, Domino's near me. Right, a lot more competitive, and a lot more people are using this. And they're using things like pizza near me. A lot of people are using this inside of their title tag. Much higher volume. So it's going to be much harder to get that in there. But it's, it's a good thing to potentially use, right? Pizza near me. If you can get your results, especially with like a pay-per-click ad or something like that. But at this point, we haven't talked about pay-per-click ads. Anyways, so you should be presented with around 1,000 to 1,200 keywords ideas. Now with the Word Tracker, you can only kind of do one thing at a time, but you can get a good idea. Like you can take some of these, like pizza near me or delivery pizza near me, that kind of stuff. You can get some ideas. You can add these. You can make up a list. You drag and drop these, I wonder. Click result to add to this list. All right. Click it. There you go. Click it. And give it a title. All right. Key potential keyword list or something like that. Now you have to upgrade to save it, but it'll be good for right now. So you get once you get a good list of potential keywords, right? Click the add them to your keyword plan. That's kind of what you're doing over here with your keyword plan. You're kind of coming up with good keywords, that have like maybe good search volume, the competition, and all that kind of good stuff. See which words you think look the best to you. Right. So once you get your keyword plan, you're going to answer this question. After looking at all the suggested keywords, what have you learned? How will you make adjustments? I want to probably put in bold. I want to, not bold, blue I meant. I still have it in bold. Want to focus on since I'm a small, my company that I picked is a small, a mom and pop place, right? Since my product, or since my store, no, since my website is small in volume, meaning that they don't sell like a lot of stuff compared to Domino's. I'm going to focus on keywords that I'm going to focus on keywords. Let me reword this. I'm going to highlight keywords that focus on the local aspect of my business, right? Hopefully, if you're not going to compete, volume-wise with big companies like Domino's and all that kind of stuff. So, but you can compete, locally, as far as in your zip code or whatever it is, with other companies. You could compete with your local Domino's, but you can't compete with the whole Domino's company. And at least not now. Maybe one day, a Dave's Riverdale Pizzeria will be that big. Probably not, but you never know. Anyways, so I want to have my keywords focus on aspects of the local pizza competition, and like in my area, like example keywords would be Pizza Inn 10471, which is the zip code that Riverdale is in, things like that. And you also want to have generic keywords, just like the word pizza and things like that as well, right? But as far as making sure that when someone just searches up pizza, may or may not find Adeo's Riverdale Pizzeria, right? But if they search up pizza 10471, maybe you're up there. Maybe you're in the top 3 even, depending on how well you design your website. So you want to write more than this, but write a good 3 to 4 sentences, describing like what kind of things you learned based off of your keywords, and how competitive certain keywords are, and that kind of stuff, and what kind of things you might want to focus on. Knowing what terms users are searching is one thing, but making sure those terms accurately describe your product or service is another. Take a look at the suggested keywords from the previous steps. Do they accurately describe your product or service? Think to yourself, when the user searches this query, what are they looking for? What do they want? If they find my site, will it meet their needs? If your results are like mine, most suggested terms should be fairly relevant. However, there are usually a few terms that are way off base. That is okay. Just take out the terms you think are bad. We use this to help define our list later, right? So this is, I don't think they have this on the word tracker ones. Well, they have search volume. They have search volume. So search volume, all right, our next step is analyze search volume and competition for the suggested terms. After adding keywords to your plan, click the keywords on the right-hand navigation as indicated, blah, blah, blah. This view will give you additional keyword volume information, like the number of expected clicks and impressions. So I don't know if it'll give you that. It'll just give you just general volume and general competition numbers over here. So that's one downside to using the word tracker one. So if you can get on the Google one, you're going to get better results for that. We're going to use these metrics to refine our keyword list even further, but here's where things get a little tricky. We don't necessarily want to choose all the terms that have the highest average monthly searches. Because again, if you're like looking at our search volume over here, Domino's near me, that gets 2.5 million searches per month or day or whatever the period is. But obviously, you don't want to be, if someone's searching for Domino's near me and you're at Dado's Riverdale Pizzeria, you're not going to want to have that on your list, right, of keywords, because you're not Domino's. You compete with them on the local level, but you don't want to have them, if they search up Domino's, have a Dado's Riverdale Pizzeria come up. I mean, it's better than not coming up at all, but you don't want people searching for that and again getting you. So the term, so here, take a look at the example below. Right? The term dog shampoo has 3,600 monthly searches, but high competition. The search phrase best dog shampoo has 1,900 average monthly searches, but lower competition. In the space below, tell me which term in the above example do you think would be more effective in terms of getting users to your site and why? So if you have a dog shampoo site, would you rather have dog shampoo with more monthly searches and a high competition, or best dog shampoo with average monthly searches of 1,900 but medium competition? So then we have a suggested bid, and this is like how much it would cost for a cost per click ad to use these terms. So in your own, you can really argue this either way. If you're going to argue that you want dog shampoo, again, that's a much more competitive a term, right? But it does get a lot more searches. Whereas best dog shampoo is not as competitive. So got a medium competitive, but not as many monthly searches. So what would you rather have? Would you have to be in an easier someone make it easier someone to find you if they search a best dog shampoo, or to try to compete in that in that more competitive dog shampoo competition? Search term. It's up to you what you think is best. As long as you can justify it, that's fine. There's no really right or wrong answer. I kind of lean towards the best dog shampoo one myself. I'd rather be a big fish in a small pond rather than a small fish in a big pond. That's one way to think of it, right? Task number 5. Do your best to narrow down your terms based on what you have learned so far. Get rid of terms that you think are not very relevant to your product or service and add Google's suggested terms from your keyword research. At this point, you should try to get your list down to 10 to 15 high-quality terms. Paste those terms in the space below. Remember, there's no right answer here. SEO is an iterative, meaning that it kind of loops. It's a process of elimination. So you're trying to narrow it down. So up here, I've got like 20 keywords, or down to 15 long tail keywords. Now I'm going to try to get down to maybe 15 to 10. So think about the words that you have in your last step, which was up here we have 15 to 20, right? Right. 15 to 20 was step 1. Let's go back up to task. Task 1 was 20, and then you got it down to 15 long tail keywords. And then out of all those keywords that you listed, that 15 to 20 plus your 10 to 15 plus your long tail, your at least 15 long tail keywords, out of those, what would be your best 10 to 15? And you're going to put that down in task number 4, right? Sorry, task number 5. Task number 4 was which one is the best dog shampoo or best dog shampoo. All right. This is more stuff about talking about the dog shampoo. All right, let's go down to get to task 6. All right. So run the same competitive analysis test on all of your targeted keywords. See if you can narrow down the list even more. Try to narrow your list down to the 5 most relevant, highly searched, least competitive, and most accurately competitive terms. So up here, like all this stuff over here, they kind of detail the process of how it goes to, of how you're going to narrow down your keywords. You've got the phase of the keyword research process is about making sure we're competing in the right space using the right terms. So you want to make sure you're going against your competitors. You don't want to be going up against, well, depending on if you're a big national brand, you want to go up against other big national brands. If you're a local, a company, you want to go up against other local companies. If you're like a medium-sized company, you want to go up against other medium-sized companies. Those are your competitions. Maybe one day you'll be a big company, a national company. Who knows? Right, to start a competition analysis, select one of your targeted terms from your refined list. So you've got your 10 to 15 high-quality terms. Probably 10. Shoot for 10, because then the smaller the less work for you. In the example below, I chose to use best dog shampoo as my selected term. Type the term or phrase you selected into a normal Google search box and take a look at the results. Are these your competitors? If you think they are, take another look. Are they really? So here's best dog shampoo. He's got top 10 shampoo brands for dogs, Amazon bestsellers, dog shampoo and dog conditioner, best shampoos for dogs, maintaining your dog's skin, pH. In the example above, you can see that the term yields results that are not exactly direct competitors. Like, you're probably not competing with Amazon. The results for this term are mostly how-to blog articles and large online retailer sites. For this particular website, any of my direct competitors would be actual shampoo manufacturers, not retailers and bloggers. So if let's say if I go to Google, right, and I do pizza near me, let's do pizza Riverdale, New York, right? That's my search term. Am I getting my competitors? The best 10 places near Riverdale? Well, this is Yelp, so sort of. Salvatore's of Soho? Not really. Goodfellas Bronx? Yeah. Adeo's, this is my actual website. So first is Yelp, then Salvatore's, then Goodfellas of Bronx, Riverdale, so Bellinate, Adeo. This is my website on Seamless, Pizza Chef, Riverdale, New York, Pizza Chef Menu, Adeo's again. So pretty good. All right, so as far as my selection, I would say Pizza Riverdale, New York is a pretty good one. As far as if that was one of my 10 to 15, I could say that was a pretty decent one because I only had one thing that was like a Yelp thing. Then I had a few competitors of mine, and I actually had my own website up. Now it doesn't belong to me, the one that I picked. So let's try another term. This time I typed all natural dog shampoo into Google. If you look at the results for this term, you can see that most of the results are actual shampoo manufacturers, not retailers. These results also seem similar to my products in terms of the size of the company as well. This is good. We are getting closer. So run this same competitive analysis test on all 10 of your targeted keywords. See if you can narrow down the list even more. Try to narrow your list down to the 5 most relevant. So if I have pizza near me and Riverdale, pizza Riverdale, New York, and some other ones, I got rid of 5, so then now I'm down to 5. I do this competitive analysis. I search for all of my 10 to 15 keywords. I put them in Google. I see this really like my competitors. Like if I'm Apple, if I type in and my product or services, the iPad, iPad Pro, what kind of things do I get when I do my different search terms? All right, then page optimization, task number 7. Selecting the best possible terms for your product or service is just half the battle. Once we have terms we would like to target, we need to add these terms to our web content. After all, if we want people to find our product or service by searching all natural dog shampoo, we better make sure that the words all natural dog shampoo actually exist on our web page, right? There are many, many factors that affect how optimized a page is for any particular term. So this, if you're not sure, if you don't remember from the notes, you can look on this article over here, and I kind of give you a lot of good different things you can do to see if your website is optimized or not. Like I know this my Adeo's Riverdale Pizzeria, it's okay, but there are definitely some things that I can optimize. Whereas if I'm looking at, like a giant website like Amazon or Apple or something like that, probably not going to find very much. Or if maybe you want to be a little nitpicky about some things, you can maybe find some stuff. Or maybe there's some things, maybe they chose to do one thing and maybe you would do it a little bit differently. You could do something like that, I guess. After you have read through this article, take some time to explain what changes you would make to your product or service's website. The changes should be based on the keyword research you did earlier and the information found in the Moz article and what we learned in class. In a list of bullet points, tell me what changes you will make to your website and why. I expect you to cite at least 6 page optimizations in your answer. So just give me some bullet points of 6 things you would do. Like maybe you want to do like some keyword stuffing, or maybe they a note for local businesses. All right, want to use a local business schema. All right, maybe your header tags are not done right, so you just do your 6 bullet points of what you would do. Right. Optimize H1 tags, that kind of stuff. All right, so do your bullet points, use your numbered list, make it stand out, all that good stuff. So 6 things that you would do, 6 page optimizations. Then down here, you're going to give me the actual HTML code, so the code that you would change. So here, for example, if I go to Adeo's Riverdale Pizzeria, I go to right-click on it. View page source. That's the home. Let me see. Go to over here. Go to tools. let me see, developer tools. Here we go. I can look at the page source. Look at the whole thing. This is just this one part over here. Let's see. I want to look at the picture. I want to look at the whole view page source. Is it doing the whole thing? Alright, it was doing it all in one big old line. That didn't really work. This is a little bit better. You need to enable JavaScript to run this app. Alright, we don't care about that. It's the stuff in the head. Use a big frame over here. This is gonna be kind of hard to see, like the stuff. They got canonical links. I'm looking for the actual like stuff in the content section. Can I do view page source down here? It still does this whole thing. They make it kind of hard to look at this page source. This may or may not work. Inspect maybe? Yeah, go to the inspect. There we go. That's better, maybe. What you could do is, I don't know, maybe inspect this one. There you go. Do they have an H1 on this one? I don't even see an H1. Inspect here. Oh, alright. So it's just, yeah, it's there. You just can't. Still don't see an H1 in here. I wonder if you can search for the. Now here's their H1. Adeo's Riverdale Pizzeria. Okay. Let's look at their. Control F is search, like IMG. Do they have, let me see, alt text, alt equals. Do they have alt text on here? Over here, let me see. Dale's Riverdale Pizzeria. Alright. We have 11. Let's go to the next one. Hero. Open sign. Slice badge. Slice badge. App store icon. Alright, they got some stuff on there. Like alt text and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. It was pretty. You could find some things over there that maybe you could nitpick on as far as that kind of stuff. So don't worry about putting stuff on your home folder over here. Just find 6 things in here that you could maybe suggest as ways to optimize the website a little bit better based off of things that you found over here. We're doing it on time. I'm doing it right. All right. Lastly is link building. Another important tactic is in a solid SEO strategy is link building. So gain links from reputable sources with high domain and page authorities is a difficult task. Take a minute to think about what you might focus your link building efforts for this particular product. What sites, blogs, or directories might you reach out to? What link building tactics would you use and why? Please write a few paragraphs in the space below explaining your strategy. So what you would do down here is you would think about, if I'm, say, for Adeo's Riverdale Pizzeria, I probably want to reach out to places who blog about pizza, New York pizza, people who blog about, or maybe the local newspapers, things like that. That how would I get, or local online, or things that maybe just talk about the local community? How would I get people to write articles or link back to me and that kind of stuff? So how would I get people talking about that? Talking about my pizza place. If I'm talking about a big company, right? I'm probably going to talk about. It's a little bit easier because you could talk. You probably want maybe the YouTubers, linking to you. You could have sponsored streams and stuff, or you could have different blog, like say your iPad, your Apple, and you have the new iPad Pro coming out. You want to go ahead. Maybe you want to sponsor some bloggers that talk about about the iPad. You know, there's paid sponsorships, and there's one where you provide them an iPad for free for a certain amount of time, and then they write about it, and then they give their honest opinion. So there's different kinds of levels as far as that goes. And as long as they link it to you, and then maybe you get a certain amount of links back to you, that's something else you could talk about. So whatever you think you might want to do, right? Give me at least 3 good solid. I say 5 or 6, but give me at least 3 good solid paragraphs over here. All right. So all I want for the code, I don't want you to give me like view page source. Let's do inspect instead. Inspect seems to work better. Inspect. So maybe there's something inside this div over here that I can make a little bit better. Let me see. Is this one? Which one was it? No, let me see. I want the div that has the paragraph in it. I gotta click on it again. Right click, view page source. Oh, sorry, inspect. Is it this one here? Yeah, here we go. Whoops. Eat local and try some. Maybe there's some different keywords I could put in here. So for here, it's like, say there was something in here that I wanted to use, I could just copy this, or whatever section is that I wanted, copy that, paste it into my document, and then tell me what I would change. And why, well, over here you have like things you would do. Just tell me like what you would change and then why you would change it. So don't worry about this part over here at the end, about your home folder and stuff like that. Place a comment in your HTML code where you made a change. So all you gotta do is, I don't expect you to copy the whole page's website. Just copy like certain parts of it that you would make changes. So like, give me like 6 changes you would make, and down here, show me what you can, if you can, what the actual changes to the HTML would be, based off of things that we learned in this article over here, and that we learned in our SEO notes. All right, so that's everything that we have to do. So see what you can do. If you need more details, like say you're stuck on something and you're not quite getting it, send me an email when you can, and I'll go ahead and take a look at it for you, all right? Maybe make some suggestions about things you might be able to do. If you like you can do like a really good job on this in maybe like 2 hours, depending. So it's not that bad, and this is a good part of your grade, so it's really behooves you to put out a decent effort on this one. So this one and assignment 2 can really bump up your grade a lot. All right, so that's about it for today, and I will see you guys next time.